All right, everybody, we're back in the world of the Raiders franchise today. We're 4-3-1. We've had a humbling few games here recently, and if we can't get it done against the Chargers, we'll be a step closer to last place. We're starting to get into that postseason chase mode after we get past the trade deadline, and we'll see what's in store today for our Raiders. We open with the Chargers and then have a tour of the NFC South. There are a couple things I want to see in this episode, and one of those is Davante Adams getting the football. He only has 30 catches in 8 games. I don't know why Denzel Stockton isn't looking his way more often. He's had back-to-back one-catch games, and last episode I think that this is going to kind of naturally correct itself, but he really has only been featured in one of our games this season, so we'll see what they can do today. We got Devin White this year, the star of the defense. 54 tackles, a sack, 3 interceptions. He's playing like an all-pro this year. It's fun to watch. So first up, we're trying to score an AFC West victory for our 5th of the season. Brandon Staley still here. Hey, look at Kirk Cousins down below on the ticker, by the way. The Rams score 52 with him at the helm. Cooper Kupp just had 213 yards. We're going to pick up our action here in the second half, and I can't say I'm happy with where the game is right now. Joey Bosa just sacked Denzel Stockton, and we're down 10. Stockton's been picked off a couple times. He's only 6 for 15 passing, having a really rough day. And it's not a day where Davante Adams has really gotten going. He only has 2 catches, our lone touchdown. The team's not making enough plays. Derwin James is, though. He has 2 interceptions. And now we have a tough possession here to open the third. We're already backing up. We go with a bunch at the top, Renfro at the bottom, and here we go. Stockton scanning. Gets it out to Josh Jacobs, who doesn't get far. 3rd and 14. Stockton delivers to Adams, and he's down the sideline for a big gainer. And we're into Charger territory. The give to Jacobs, running inside for about 5. Davante in motion on 3rd down. With his eyes downfield, Stockton caught by Adams inside the 30. See, just keep throwing it to him. With 3 tight ends in the game, Stockton back to pass. He completes on the outside. It's Adam Troutman for a first. Jacobs fed inside. He's inside the 5, and it's goal to go. Sometimes this yard's a little tricky to get. We bring Myers in motion, toss out, and Joey Bosa makes the play on Josh Jacobs. A lot of times there, I'd like to flip the play away from the dominant edge rusher. Sometimes they can play the run pretty well, too. So we back up to the 6 and run it. And it's Jacobs, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nice blocking there on the right side. I wasn't sure about that play call from the 6. Still work to do as the Chargers will take over, and Justin Herbert has a connection. That is Josh Palmer for the first down. And Herbert now pulls it back in, fakes out Trayvon Merrick. He's into Raider territory. They waste no time into entering field goal range. You know, Devin White's had this fantastic year. I feel like the corners have done a good job throughout. I feel like I haven't said Max Crosby's name as much as I expected. I feel I've said it even less than Tyree Wilson. They run it left. And speak of, Tyree Wilson can play the run really well. He's a mismatch if they're going to try to block him out there with a tight end and for many tackles. 3rd down now. Herbert fires quickly and hooks up with Everett. Herbert on 1st down. Caught inside the 10. It's big Mike Williams. Seen enough of him over the years on my channel, scoring touchdowns on me. One of those guys I'm better off trading for just so he doesn't score against me. Now it's going to be a run, and they have not done much here. The Chargers just are not built to run the ball. They're this finesse team. They're going to throw it, and that's going to be how they win or lose. Herbert to the air, knocked down by Spillane. 3rd and goal, trying to keep him out of the end zone. We are going to press. Herbert, intercepted! And guess who it is? The MVP of the defense, Devin White, comes up with it. A critical error for Justin Herbert. And the Defensive Player of the Year case only grows stronger. He thought he had Gerald Everett. Not so fast. Wow, I can't believe the Chargers had a red zone turnover here in the second half. This is a Josh Jacobs run, a good one too. He gets 9. Why would the Chargers do this to their loyal fans who have watched countless blown games in their lifetimes? Heavy pressure on Stockton. They flatten him at the 8. I say that like they've already blown the lead. I am admitting I am expecting it. I'm waiting for it, but it hasn't happened yet. Oh, no, it's picked. Headed the other way. No, Taylor picks it off, and the Chargers take over. Stockton's 3rd interception. Jasir Taylor on the pass intended for. That's Jacoby Myers. Ooh, he ran the route for him there. Nicely played. A second chance for Herbert and friends. Hard to win when you throw a 3-interception game. I know from experience, okay? Handoff, not much. He's not even down. I don't respect the Chargers' run game. The nice thing about this series is when I throw picks, I know, like, no one can tell me X was open. Wasn't my fault. I didn't read the defense poorly. I didn't do anything wrong, as a matter of fact. Herbert to the air on 2nd down, steps up, and it's dropped. 3rd down, looking for a stop. Knocked down by Jack Jones. That's how you play red zone defense, all right? See, when the players screw up, I can say that's the player ratings. It's the player who messed up. But when we do something well, I'm going to take the credit for building the team. But having such a rating-driven experience is what made me fall in love with this style of play. I still enjoy playing a game of Madden for my other franchises, but the ratings-based experience here, as a sim head, I mean, the itch is scratched. Bosa just made a heck of a play. Broke it up with his back and laid out our receiver. 3rd and 1. Pitching out to Jacobs. Oh, no. I think he got it. That's why you get yourself a back who can get that extra yard. Not that I had to do anything. I just picked the team he was on. I did extend him, though. You got to give me credit for that. 1st and 10. Down 6 here in the 4th. Can't afford another interception. Stockton dumped off. Jacobs can't keep his balance. Playing off the receivers on 2nd down. Fake to Jacobs. Stockton fires. Coming back is Myers, and it's caught. That was nice. Here comes Devontae. Looking to see him get more targets. Stockton downfield obliges and overthrows Devontae Adams. Setting up a screen on 2nd down. That might have been offensive pass interference on Devontae Adams, but we're not going to talk about that. 3rd and 3. Easy screen pass. Jacobs 1st down. A lot of what I've done to the playbook is here for these kind of up-tempo situations, so hopefully we see some incredible play calls. 8 minutes to go in the ball game, and a grab here from Mayer. Off the fake, a shot, Tipped and incomplete for Adams. Asante Samuel Jr. all over him. Here's third down. Stockton to the right. Caught by Jacobs. Sprinting inside the 10. And it's goal to go, Raiders. Jacobs huffing and puffing. You can watch the players here lose stamina. Fullback time. Pushing the pile. Nolan Irwin. Touchdown. And the Raiders have a chance to retake the lead. You know, in real life, I saw the Raiders were interested in Cliff Kingsbury, and it looked like he was going to go there and then didn't. I was really happy to see that, because a Cliff Kingsbury offense, I'm telling you, that ain't Raider football. All right, throwing it all over the place, just hitches, bubbles, goes. Like, that ain't Raider football, man. 4-receiver nonsense, like that's college ball. 1st and 10, and knocked down L'Jarius Sneed. A 1-point game, and Herbert can't connect with Everett because Devin White roams the middle. It is not a safe area to throw. We got a no-fly zone in this defense. It spans a lot of zones. A fake on 3rd down. This one grabbed. Everett that time got matched up with Marcus Epps. Might be a little more favorable. Looking to press on 1st down. And Herbert outside has it knocked away. Every now and then Tyler Hall gets into the game. It's fun to see the backups make plays when they have a chance. 3rd down, running wide. Little hesitation. But why? How many more possessions are you going to get here? This is one of the most critical plays of the game. Herbert on 3rd down. Heavy pressure, and he lost the football! Raiders are on it! What, is he arguing that was a forward pass? I beg to differ. That time we got the pressure. Tyree Wilson knocks it out. And we're getting that football back. Looking good after falling down 17-7. Stockton, better second half. Thought Miller just false started there for a second. Stockton delivering, and Adams is there in stride. Touchdown. A tale of two halves here for the Raiders, and a strong showing here in the second half may get us back in the win column. Key turnovers, red zone touchdowns, good football here to take the lead. Down 8, Herbert, he's picked again, Jalen Johnson. The Raiders aren't done. 3rd takeaway of the second half. Off the fake, Stockton drives it up the seam. Touchdown, Adam Troutman. And now the route is on, with the Raiders getting hot in the 4th. I'm taking us later into the 4th quarter. I wasn't anticipating this situation, but the Chargers down by 8. Do have the ball now with 1:46 left. And now we're never possession, getting the screen pass complete. Good tackle. Herbert completes to Josh Palmer. And time is starting to get thin here. They have their timeout still. Herbert knocked away. Jalen Johnson. They gotta have 6 on this drive. This one's caught by Everett. Still not using a timeout. I probably would have after that catch. Down to 42 seconds. Herbert steps up and is intercepted again. He just threw it to Devin White. The coverage is too good, and the Raiders have 4 takeaways and should be on their way to a win. He had some running room there, wanted to dump it off instead. And it's just dangerous trying to throw close passes against this defense. They have their timeouts, though, so there's still a chance they could force a punt. Trying to run the clock out now. Good start for Jacobs. Not much here for Jacobs. Ooh, after this run, Michael Mayer, he's shaken up, so they don't have to use a timeout. 3rd and 5, looking to win things. Jacobs does just that. And the Raiders will walk out of here with their 5th victory, keeping the Chargers in the basement of the West. I think this second half showed when we're on our game, we're playing our best. The offense, defense are complementing one another. We're going to be dangerous in any given game. But will we be able to do that enough to get playoff success? Hard to say this early in the rebuild. Stockton's young. He's going to make his mistakes. Hopefully he makes them early and not late, because at least you can recover if you make those mistakes before it's too late. So 3 interception days for both quarterbacks. Josh Jacobs eclipses 100 yards, and so does Devontae Adams. I think a lot of what I wanted to see came true in this game. 4-4-1 would have put us in a pretty tough spot, I think, with how many division games we have remaining. So now we take on a couple out-of-conference opponents, maybe not the most important games on our schedule. This year, they want us to take a look at free safety Damian Burton, who has strong football IQ. Day 2 safety out of Ole Miss, a run support player. Apparently has good intangibles, so he has athleticism, B awareness, A hit power. I like that A hit power. And then for coverage, C man and C zone. I definitely think I'm interested. Now this week, I'm also meant to be choosing who our focus players are going to be. Who do we want to get more information on? And what we also have to consider is that we don't pick until the 2nd round. So ideally here, we're getting a lot of info on a player we could take with our first pick. That might not come until the 50s, possibly 60s. I actually think Burton's a really good candidate there. We don't have the strongest safety group, and he fits right in with where our first picks are going to be, and I like his skill set a lot. With higher awareness, too, I'd feel better playing him early. I think I'm also going to choose Rashad Ross, the run stopper, who has a lot of B-rated traits. He's a run stopper, very athletic, maybe a first-round player even, but he's on the cusp of round 1, round 2. We have the profile done here on George Davis, who's not quite as good as his projection. D-tackle is the spot I've tried to get the most info for this year. It's our weakest position and a pretty strong one in this class. And then Ramon Hayes, I only have 95, but I don't think I need the 100. I have his awareness. I have both pass rush moves. Like, you're not missing here on Ramon Hayes. He's good. Actually, because of my scouts getting all these guys to 95, some at 100, I think I have the information I need to know who these players are. Sometimes when a guy is 95, I still want full completion if I'm picking early in the first round, because I'm trying to make those picks count. Or in my Saints franchise, I'll find out a guy is 2 rounds lower than what I thought he was, and I trade down to still take him in the first round. Sometimes I do get fixated on players. It will not be the last time. A spot then that I think is worth looking more into is at receiver. I want to get some speed onto this team, and I like to get a little bit more information when I'm looking at deep threats. Do they actually have the route running? Is there release? In this case, we know there really isn't. What's the catching situation? Yards after catch skill set? So for this year, I'm going to have my focus players on Damian Burton and these 2 receivers, Marquise Gibson and Heath Corbett. A lot to sort out yet in the AFC West this year, but now we're going to go visit the Carolina Panthers, or rather host them. They have a 4-5 record despite being bad in every area. That's actually pretty impressive. Raiders win this one, 27-21. Looked like a pretty evenly played, close game. 2 more interceptions for Denzel Stockton with 3 interceptions, or rather 3 touchdowns for Bryce Young. We established a good running game again with Josh Jacobs. Cedric Wilson beat us for a couple long touchdowns, it appears. Devontae found the end zone again. And we pull it off. Not a bad win. Devin White, another interception. That puts us right behind the Chiefs now in the standings. We're about to take on a cold opponent in the Atlanta Falcons. We're not going to get smug here with this response. So we're trying to keep the Falcons on their cold streak. And we're successful in doing that, winning our 3rd consecutive game. Stockton throws 3 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs again goes for over 100 yards, and Devontae scores twice. He's finding the end zone quite a lot today. Devin White with a sack in this game. Tyree Wilson, 1.5. An update here on some of our stats with Denzel Stockton at 19 touchdowns and 13 picks. He's going to throw a lot of interceptions here in his rookie campaign. I want to go to defense. Devin White, 76 tackles, 2 sacks, and 6. That's staggering at linebacker. 6 interceptions and time for more with 3 forced fumbles. As I expected, he is right at the top of the list when it comes to Defensive Player of the Year candidates. Now, if we also want to see where Rookie of the Year standings are, Stockton is 4th. Usually we see quarterbacks in Madden pretty much easily get Rookie of the Year as long as they play most of the season, but maybe those interceptions are actually hurting. The players ahead of him are not quarterbacks. And if this doesn't end up being a Rookie of the Year season for Stockton, then it's going to be a much more difficult challenge getting him to superstar eventually. So we managed to avoid the trap game against the Falcons, and that gets everybody 1,000 experience. We're going to upgrade Denzel Stockton, who's already getting a good boost from morale and coaching. This one is going to give his deep accuracy, throw on the run, and throw under pressure a bump. I think Nolan Irwin's been really good this year. We're going to upgrade him, and I'm going to go into utility a few times because I think he's, a solid player to give the football. He has great trucking, good speed. I think we nailed this fullback selection. I wish I had him in every series I did. The coverage is next for Divine Diablo. Hybrid skills for Trayvon Merrig. That's a good one. And good to get our depth stronger as well. Here's Quentin Lake's upgrade. This recent win streak has put us in first place in the AFC West, ahead of Kansas City by that half game with our tie to the Buccaneers. Before we get into another game here against Cleveland, I wanted to take a look if we got more info on those super focused players. Damian Burton's up to 80%. So now we know B awareness with A block shed, A hit power. So he's going to be like a weapon on special teams for sure, a good downhill safety, but has some coverage upside that may take a couple years to really get right. I'm in on him. And then we got wideouts here, and Gibson got up to 80%. We see his catching is only a D, release is only a D, and his route running's pretty lackluster. So hard to see him being a good pick on day 2. He's kind of a flyer day 3 speed guy. Last episode was tough as we lost a couple games and tied one to a terrible team. Now today, we've won 3 straight games. We're in first place. Doesn't take long for things to change. And also, they can just keep continuing to change. So let's keep it going now. On to Cleveland. They're only 3-8 on the season. And we come out 1st and 10, looking to run it, and Josh Jacobs finds himself in some trouble. Hand off again, Jacobs, not much. Tackled by Owusu Koromoa. Need the 35 here. Stockton with time. Drills the pass to Michael Mayer, first down. On first down, hitting the downfield throw, and Davante Adams is definitely getting more looks today. Give to Jacobs, takes it right, and is stopped after a gain of 7. He's had a string of 100-yard games. He's close to 1,000 yards on the season. Year 1 of this extension proving to be a great decision for us. 4-man rush, and Stockton incomplete for Adams with Denzel Ward covering. Need the 38, and we got it! Hunter Renfrow on the catch. Stockton, oh, it's Renfrow! Taken off! Touchdown! Right down the middle of the field. Cleveland contested about every throw on this drive, but we make a few critical plays, and it's an opening drive touchdown for the Silver and Black. Excellent play. Just think how close we were to being 4-4-1. Right now we're 7-3. And Cleveland football, they have Nick Chubb. Could be a tough day for our run defense, but good first play. Amari Cooper at the top, David Njoku on the bottom. And Chubb running left has an opening, the stiff arm, and tackle by Merrick to save a touchdown potentially. You don't want to let Chubb get ahead of steam. 1st and 10, third straight run. Devin White, of course he's the one to make a play. On 2nd down, pressure, and down goes Deshaun Watson. Max Crosby makes a play. And Max is in the zone. This could be trouble. 3rd and 17. Hitting him with a spin. Caught, first down. A 20-yard hit to Elijah Moore. They run it with Chubb right up the middle. 10 yards before anybody makes contact with him. A give to Chubb, hits the redirection, and makes the most out of another good run. You can really tell the difference in this play style here, slow sim, between the great running backs and the average. Chubb's certainly far from average, as he's got 41 on the opening drive. We're built to stop the pass. We're not really built to handle a running game that's this relentless. Chubb inside has Batonio clearing the path. Touchdown. What a dominant rushing possession for Cleveland. When I saw Batonio 15 yards downfield, I knew it was over. Both teams get opening drive touchdowns. Penalty on Greg Gaines. We'll jump into this next Raiders drive. They've already taken it to the Cleveland 21. Stockton looks to the air. What just happened to Myles Garrett? It's a touchdown! Jacoby Myers. I don't think I've seen that before in Madden. We're going to see a lot of bugs. We're going to see a lot of immersion breaking stuff. It can happen to either team, and this should have been a sack for Myles Garrett. I mean, that's a good spin move to beat Thayer Munford, and he's just frozen. I don't even know how that happened. Colton Miller can't even knock him over. He's so stuck in one place. Not the first time Madden's done something weird, and it's not going to be the last time. Deshaun Watson throws, and it's knocked away by Snead. I think any play they don't give it to Chubb is already a win for us. He's in the zone on 2nd down. Watson heads to the air. Not even close. Chubb shouldn't be a factor on this play, you wouldn't think. Fake. The pass. Ooh, what was that? Wasn't a long punt either. The Raiders get it back with good field position, hoping to add on to a lead. 2nd and inches. First down, Renfrow. On first down, a lot of time, and a grab again with Renfrow, staying busy. I know Cleveland has good corners on the outside, so maybe that slot gets a few more looks. That's the way it's played out anyway. Second down, and Adams is there, inside the 10. Cleveland searching for answers on defense. Changing the play, what does Stockton see? Puts Renfrow on the right side. To the end zone, too far for Adams. Third and goal. Stockton scanning, he fires to Myers. Touchdown, Raiders. Another great first half, and Stockton's already got 3 touchdowns on the day. Got to take Nick Chubb out of this game. Putting him down 2 scores helps. We're still in the first half. 3rd and 3. They get it to Amari Cooper. And it's back to the Nick Chubb show. We're crowding the box here. Watson, not close again. On 3rd down. To the outside. And caught shy of the marker. It was actually incomplete, but they had a field goal. It's 21-10. More success out of this Raider offense. They've been really tough to slow down. Let's see if they can make it an even greater halftime advantage. They're going trips at the top. Stockton making a change. Now he's got isolation with Adams at the top. It is Mayer to the 15. Time is a factor here. Only 1 timeout remaining. Hoping for a good shot at the end zone here, and that ain't it. I'm not mad here if we throw a jump ball to Adams, win or lose. Stockton. He's got Adams inside the 5, and we have to call the timeout. But time is running down. We do it with 6 seconds. You could call a play here if you know exactly what you're doing. But at least we're going to get something out of it. Well, we just scored a big touchdown here to start the second half. That was a 65-yard run for Josh Jacobs, so it should be another 100-yard day for him. And not much Nick Chubb I'd anticipate in the second half. We just went for it on a 4th down inside the red zone. Adams scores again, and it's 38-10. Raiders on their way to an 8-3 record. It's not a bad time to get a look here at a few backups. We're up 28 in the 4th. Aiden O'Connell checks in, and this is the rookie, the 7th rounder, Shakir Chaney for 11. Aiden O'Connell unloads, and it's incomplete for Christian Wilkerson. To the outside, Chaney fighting his way to the 50, and this drive appears over. Now we got our backup defense in, and Watson still having trouble hitting simple passes. Well, that's not a simple throw, but he missed. 2nd down, knocked away. That, I believe, is Jacorian Bennett. On 3rd down, Watson wide open. And a big gain for Elijah Moore. On 2nd down, Watson swings it out. And Jack Jones makes the open field stop. Yeah, we don't have a takeaway today. Our defense has gotten quite a few of them. There's still time. And there still will be throws. Here's Watson needing 9. Over the middle, and Amari Cooper makes the catch. Malcolm Kuntz is in the game. We have a bunch of players that we really don't use often. And Nick Chubb welcomes the change. But now he looks to be grabbing his wrist. And he's going to exit the game. Jerome Ford should be in now. Just a yard or two out. Ford walks in against the backup front. Come on, offense. I want to see the backups give us a good, lasting impression. Chaney takes it outside, covering the football. 4 yards. Chaney. Oh, he's got an opening. First down. Chaney one more time and close to the mark, but that could be our last play. In our 4th consecutive Raiders win, it's been a flawless episode, and it looks more and more like we're going to see some postseason football this year. When coming into the episode, I wasn't too sure. Big episode, some big wins, still some division games here on the horizon, but we've put ourselves into a really strong position. 38-17 is the final. Started fast and really didn't let up. Stockton with 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, while the Browns didn't throw the ball very well. And the running game on both sides was very strong, but a run game alone is not going to get the job done. Renfro with 7 grabs, and Adams found the end zone again. Want to say he scored in every game here in this episode. I thought I had Sean Childress starting from the very beginning, and he did start week 1 and for some reason didn't return to the starting lineup afterwards, but I fixed that today. We should learn his development after one more game. The Chiefs picked up a win against the good Bengals team this week, so they're still right on our heels, and the Broncos could be as well, with a meeting against us to start next episode. Definitely one of those games we're going to focus on. We're also going to have a breakout quarterback scenario here play out. That's pretty exciting with Stockton at star development. We still get the Broncos twice. If we can at least split there, I'll feel pretty good about our chances at winning this division. But things are clicking right now on both sides of the ball. We rank top 10 in a variety of categories. We are doing a lot of things well. And here's our stat update with Stockton up to 23 touchdowns and 13 INTs. Would be nice to see him cut down on the takeaways here to close the season. He's had an interception in far more games than not this year. Josh Jacobs, almost 1,100 rushing yards, and where will that put him in the NFL? Looking at 3rd place. Devontae got the ball more today. That was one of my focuses. Not that I could really do anything about it, but it was still something I paid attention to. So now we have 5 catches, 5, 4, and 6, a touchdown in every game. That's better. I just can't see anybody topping Devin White with how much he's stuffed the stat sheet to this point. Max Crosby feels like he's at a quiet 10 sacks this year. Maybe he's just gotten more in the games we've simmed than the ones that we've actually watched, but he is having a good year. So is Tyree Wilson, so I feel great about our edge duo. Wilson up to a 78, that's with a 2-point morale boost, but he will earn an upgrade probably early next episode. That was pretty successful, everybody. And we'll see if we can keep that up, how much longer this win streak can make it with the playoffs quickly approaching. One thing I love about these series is how quick the pace is to the year. Watching a few games, simming a couple here and there, now we're already talking playoff hunt, and we're going to play some really intense games. We'd be the number 1 seed right now if the season were done, but we have 5 to play. With that, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a lot of fun to record on my end. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to see your feedback down below. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.